Welcome back. Let's go ahead and get a look at the forecast with our special guest meteorologist, Brian James. Brian.
Happy Sunday night to you. I'm meteorologist Brian James. Here's a look at weather headlines. Not going to be as windy for the day Monday, with temperatures generally staying above normal for most of the week, but we are going to get a little push of cooler air over the next few days and then warm it back up later on in the week. Rain chances generally staying to the east of us. However, late in the week, there might be a chance for a few showers and thunderstorms a little closer to home, and I'll show that to you coming up. Here's a look at the allergy forecast. Around a 7 for both tomorrow and Tuesday, and a 9 on Wednesday. Of course, we had all the dust and wind and allergens blowing around today. A little less action around tomorrow. Looks like it'll bump back up a little bit by the middle part of the week. Temperatures a mix of mostly 60s and 70s. Of course, cooler in some of the higher terrain. Cloudcroft currently at 51, 55 right now in Silver City, but 72 in Las Cruces, and El Paso right now at 77. And you can see temperatures across the area, mostly a mix of low to mid 70s, a few upper 70s sprinkled in there as well. And then back to the southwest, you can see mid 70s all the way down Fort Hancock at 76 degrees. And in terms of winds, are around generally 10 to 20 miles an hour. Some of the wind speeds have come down, certainly, and not nearly as strong a gust of wind gusts as well. But everything will start to come back down overnight tonight. We'll keep going, get those wind speeds back down even more through the overnight hours. Now, in terms of clouds, showers, thunderstorms, well to the east of us, upper level storm system kicking off to the east has taken some of that wind energy along with it and bringing a little push of cooler air as well. So as we head through the nighttime hours tonight, all the activity is going to be farther east. It'll be in the upper 50s to start the day on Monday. In the afternoon, good deal of sunshine, low 80s for a high. Not as windy, still breezy to marginally windy conditions around. Upper 50s to start the day on Tuesday. Tuesday afternoon, storms ignite once again as the area of low pressure gets organized off to the east of us. But notice to the north and northwest, got a pocket of cold air aloft starting to drift on in. By the end of the week, maybe, just maybe, we can get a few of those thunderstorms to develop and move on in a little closer to us. Let's show you what's going to happen as we head through the nighttime hours tonight. Temperatures mostly into a mix of 40s and 50s, a few upper 30s sprinkled in there as well. Van Horn down to 56 for tonight. Truth or Consequences down to 46 overnight tonight. For the day tomorrow, a mix of 70s, 80s, a few spots will be around 90. El Paso at 91, Truth or Consequences at 84, and then Cloudcroft down to 64 degrees for a high tomorrow. Not as windy for overnight tonight. Some of the areas of blowing dust. Temperatures will be back in the upper 50s, and then tomorrow looking at low 80s for a high with a partly cloudy sky. Here's what's coming up over the next 9 days with highs low to mid 80s to start the week. We'll drop back to the mid to upper 80s Thursday, Friday, with a chance for maybe a few showers and thunderstorms trying to pop back up. Over the weekend, still holding mid 80s. Notice some of the wind starting to come back by Sunday into the early parts of next week. So the brief respite that we get in the wind to start the week eventually is going to come back as we head toward the end of next weekend. So prepare yourself. Back to you.
Brian, thank you.